Hey, back again. I decided to make this video because, um, I've been thinking that college is a great experience, because it is, but I was also thinking, like, what people don't get is the stressfulness of it because you're doing several subjects, like, not just focusing on one at one time, if that makes sense. Like, I'm doing communications with political science, with African studies, and such. So it's like juggling these classes, and teachers are giving out this and teachers are giving out that. So, like, if, and they all have their own agenda. So it's like one isn't anticipating the magnitude of how hard or how much workload I have at another, which is also mind boggling. Um, and I don't know, I was just pondering on this thought because it honestly gives me a good laugh about it. But it doesn't because I'm fucking sitting here before spring break, honestly, in a drought because I've got so much to study for in so little time with so little space on here, I feel like. But if people understand where I'm getting at from the beginning to the climax right now, is if we all just focused on one specific thing as what you do in an occupation, it becomes a bit easier, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least he ain't juggling, maybe fucking focusing on one situation. Like, if I had five classes on one goddamn subject, how, like, but I have classes on five completely even global universal things. Like, they do not ever intersect. And that's just what I want to speak about because, like, I find it amusing. I don't know if it's just a procrastination mechanism, but if you've ever done this, I guess you can find it amusing if you ever thought it on a retrospective kind of way. But yeah, I want to know what other people feel about this. Like, have you ever thought about it? Have Do you feel the same way? I guess, like, or do you understand what I'm coming at? I feel like I don't know. Eventually, yes, you do. Most colleges are liberal arts, really, or they have electives. I don't know. I've been to both. I've dealt with both, where you had to do either, I guess, well, you usually focus on elective first, or your liberal arts part of it, which is where you get to put your feelers out for what you want to do. Like, that's bullshit. I shouldn't be required to do art if I don't want to, but unfortunately, unfortunately, that's what you gotta do. That's another funny thing. Like, I'm also forced into doing this BS stuff, like introductory to anatomy and arts and this and that, and they pose a threat. Honestly, for somebody who isn't, like, intellectually in touch with them, and especially not interested, but you're forced to do them as a prereq or and on and on and on, which every school pretty much has a feeler for it. But I guess once you pass those, which I guess I'm coming to my term with, I'll get into higher courses in my major, and then it'll just be on that. But that's not really what I want to bitch about here. It's just I feel like the money part of it, or the money spending part of it, goes to those prereqs or those electives or those liberal arts portions, because I feel like there should be an option. If you don't know what you want to do, you do that, and you waste, not waste, or you spend your year, your freshman, sophomore year on figuring that out, and you still have time to fulfill your major once you declare it. Or you should be able to jump right into what you want to do. Just my opinion on it. But that was my rant for today, and I just wanted to know if any of y'all felt the same way.